Well, now I'm here. I'm put the rock Nature Girl page for a little bit. We have been talking about this discussion. This discussion for as people sharing. Some people think you gotta have 100% when it comes to a relationship on both sides. But you don't need 100%. I believe a relationship is 50-50. If that don't make sense to you, if it doesn't make sense to some of y'all, please help me out. Help me to understand that. And the reason I say that is because nobody happiness, nobody deserves to have 100% happiness. And what I mean by that, say if you had $400 and you went to the mall, would you spend that $400 on the lady to have a dress? And you see a pair of shoes that cost $400. Who would get what? But to share the love and your connection, the person needs to find a $200 dress, just like you find a pair of shoes that is worth $200. You know, that's the greatest gift that God give us besides free will. Well, the free will that you have to understand you have to share that free will. And it doesn't make any sense for someone to have 100% of your free will. So people need to understand that situation. Understand that situation. If this person giving 50 and you giving 50, that makes 100%. Another person can think like you, but they don't know what you feel. You can't always make someone happy. You get on someone's nerves, and it makes things bad sometimes. But to understand love, you have to wait till the situation calms itself down so that you can explain yourself or for you to hear the explanation that someone's trying to give you. Well, I understand I love Nature Girl with all my heart, so some of the things that we go through, we must have God in the middle. We must pray about everything. Praying is powerful. It's powerful. God, God don't want man to ever get a divorce. When he put two people together, he wants two people to stay together. But it's because of the man law and that devilness, that foolishness, that mayhem. You have divorces that don't represent God, don't represent God at all. How can you be how can you be like that when you really understand the situation as far as tell your partner down? Because if a man loves himself, he'll love his woman like he loves himself. And that's the way God wanted to be, because Christ loved the church. So you're in charge. The man is in charge. But at the same time, that man got to show respect to that woman. When that woman gets that respect, she'll understand that that man is what her heart is truly is if you respect her. But in most relationships, that's what you need. You got to have an understanding and respect. Once you master those two and put God in your situation, you can have anything in the world. It makes it very powerful. And don't get me wrong. That's like I said, if someone don't feel the same way I feel, I understand that. But
Can you stop? You're not live.
I know I'm not live. I know I'm recording this. But like I said, if you don't understand, if you don't understand, if I don't understand, help me to understand. Because I'm one of those people in the world. I believe in God, Jesus Christ Almighty Himself, and that's what He wants us to do, is to love one another. But we live in this world now, everything has got to be evil, especially when it comes to money. When it comes to money, you have people in this world, they want to take advantage of you any way that they can, or they want to ruin who you are. But it's not about money. You know, a good friend of mine, he had to put me on he had to put me on blast one day. Didn't know no better. I knew who God was, but when it came to my wife, I didn't have wisdom about her. And then a good friend told me that I need to read Proverbs. I need to read a chapter every day. Well, we got to the point of doing that, and now we can't put it down.
Amen.
Now, it's not like we don't know Proverbs backwards and forwards, don't get me wrong, but we still have to read it every day. And sometimes when we do read those Proverbs every day, we elaborate to each other things that went on in our life, or things that are happening to us right right now at that moment.
That's right.
But we got to get the wisdom. We got to get the wisdom from the good Lord. And that's like I said, I don't want anyone to take me wrong or anything. I believe that a relationship is 50-50. That is a crash course right there. I mean,
When you
I
say
understand.
50-50, what does that involve?
I told you what that involved.
Tell the
I already told
tell
him.
my sister.
I told him what it involved, because that's just like you share everything. You share the bills. You share your love. You share your lotion for your body. You could a man come out of lotion, but the woman say, hey, you just too extra today. Let me give you some of this lotion. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know, you share a lot of things. You know, if you love that person and you committed, you willing to give that person what you have. And sometimes some of the things y'all may not share. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, for instance, you could be drinking coffee. You could be drinking coffee. Well, this woman might like Folgers, and then you might like organic coffee. But when you run out, it's not 100%. I might need some of that Folgers, or I might sell some of the organic coffee. You know, I just want to make it people aware of that. You know, and that's a big thing. You have to reach out and grab a hold of it Hold on to it tight and take it for a ride. Because that's what God wants. God wants you to be real like that all the time. Because if you're real to that person like that and that person real to you like that, it's forever. It's forever. Long as God is in the middle, it's forever. You know, when we look up at the stars and we see them shining, hey, that's God. You looking up at God and God is smiling at you. Because he know he put two people together. When he put two people together and they got him in the middle of them, they're going to grow. They're going to do a lot of things just alike. And there's a lot of things they're not going to do alike. But you still going to share. You're going to pull out whatever you got and share when that person runs out, and they're going to pull out whatever they got and share when they run out. That's why I say it's 50-50. I mean, I know things that goes on in the world today, we you know, we just trying to get used to it. We're trying to get accustomed to it. But it ain't easy. It ain't easy. We know in being married or when someone's died, that's a celebration for some. That's a celebration for them. Or the last time that they see a person. But somebody that's married to somebody that dies, it plays a big power effect because that's something that you see every day in your life. You know how it moves, you know how it talks, you know how it's gonna react. You know what I'm saying? That's just like when you marry this person, it's the same way. You know how this person moves, you know how this person talk, you know how this person react. Because that was one of the reasons that brought y'all closer to each other. And it took God's support to make that happen. So we just gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men out there, sorry to tell you, but you need to love your wife. You need to go home to your wife. You need to go home and love her. Show her that you're a man. And for them women out there, you need to accept your man for who he is and what he is. Because when you really look at it, a woman wants to love, but the man wants to respect. So you gotta put it all together and let God control that situation. Let God show you the way. That's the best thing for you. Because when God's showing you the way, you can believe it. It is right, 100%. It's 100% right. But it's gonna take that 50 from you and that 50 from her. And it's gonna be all right. Trust me. Give it a try. You know, we didn't have some people that come on the site to say um, things about our marriage, you know what I'm saying? Because this makes the second time around. But don't get it twisted. I love this woman with all my heart. I love her like I love myself. And I feel like if I go out and buy myself a pair of shoes, she deserves a pair of shoes. If I buy myself some cologne, she deserves some cologne. You know what I'm saying? Because she gonna have to do the same thing in return. When she go out, when she go shopping, don't just get your nails and your hair done, then you wanna run home and you ain't bring your man nothing. Nah, it don't work like that. Get your hair and your nails done, and when you run home, you say, well, babe, look, I got my hair and my nails done. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I brought for you. I bought you a pair of socks, something. Something. It don't have to be always expensive, but it's got to be the thought that counts. The thoughts don't count. Whatever little thing that you bring, at least you know one thing. That person was thinking of that person at that specific time. At that specific time. Because it don't make no sense to be like that. You just on selfishness if you go out there like that. If you just go out there and get your hair done, your nails done, you just come home, you know, you just look at your man for one thing, just to pay the bills or just to be intimate with that person, not even really caring. God didn't make you like that. God wants you to love everybody, have respect. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean run to the window, look outside the window, and you see the neighbor next door going to work, and then you gonna sneak across the street and sleep with his wife. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it's all about. Because you don't want that same thing happening to you. To you. Don't make a man weak. Don't make a man jealous. Don't make a woman weak, and don't make a woman jealous. But it's all about respect. Respect. You just gotta jump in, get in where you fit in. If you want to keep it real like that. All these brothers and sisters out there in the street, if you don't understand that, I'm willing to have a conversation with you anytime. Anytime. But that's real right there when I'm telling you. Because there's a lot of people out there, they scared. But they're more afraid of themselves than afraid of somebody else. You know, you need to look in the mirror and try to correct some of the things in your life. You know what I'm saying? And make you a better person. But you know what you deserve. And if you out there looking for what you deserve, you got all the right. But let God bring it to you. Let God bring this to you. Let God put it in your face. Because when you try to do things by yourself, that ain't nothing but the devil. Trust me. Trust me. You'll end up sleeping with this person, that person, person over here, person over there. But you know what? That gets old. That gets old real quick like. And if you love somebody, and especially the ones that are married to somebody, and I'm talking to the ones that are actually really married to someone, that hey, you give yourself a chance. Be real. Be real because that's like I said, you want the best in life. You want the best in life. You don't want to turn around and look over your shoulder because you went out and done something and then, you know, you're afraid that you might get caught up. You know that one thing that you probably would never get caught up, but just because somebody on the side of you, they might get caught up. Maybe, maybe not. But you know one thing, that's gonna rot their countries. It'll rot your countries too. And you don't want that. You don't want that. Because it'll eat a hole through you. I'm a true believer. What you do to somebody, it come around to you 4 or 5 times worse. 4 or 5 times worse. So you got to be careful about the things that you do. But when you love someone, you want to be real with that person. You want them to understand where you come from, and you want to understand where they come from. them four-letter words, man, anybody can say them four-letter words. But I'm a true believer. I done heard it over a million times. Them four-letter words come with action. Just them four letters, they come with action. Because you know how things are. You know, if you're a man, you walk into the store, you be like, hey, don't get that basket too close to my wife. You might run her over. You know what I'm saying? You might hurt her. You're her protector. That's what God wants. You are her protector. And don't get it twisted. She is your protector. She is your protector. But just have a little respect, because you ain't gotta look at everything. You ain't gotta look at everything that comes your way when you got it all right there next to you. You didn't marry it for nothing, so she had to have something. She had to have something that caught your eye. Well, she put it on your mind. But don't get away from that. Just continue to do the things you did when you got with that person. Continue to do those things. Enhance those things if you have to. But believe me, trust and believe, God will take you to the top. He will take you to the mountaintop. And you can scream all over the world that you love that woman. You can scream all over the world. You will let it be known. You will let it be known. You will let it be known like it was tattooed on your body. On your body. Because you you just you just clueless. You clueless when it comes to that. When it comes to that, if you let another man get in the way of that, but get in between y'all. But in the Bible it says, don't let no man separate the both of y'all. You can't let no man separate y'all. You gotta try to be. You gotta do. You gotta do your best you can do when it comes to that, to your better half. And your better half gotta do the best they can do when it comes to you. But that's like I said. That's back to that 50-50. We going 50 strong. I got my 50. She got her 50. You know what I'm saying? And when you put them 50 together, that's 100. And when we do that 100, we talk to God. And when we talk to God, God makes sure that, we stuck to each other like glue. You know what I'm saying? Gonna make sure that we stuck to each other like glue. She ain't going nowhere, and I ain't going nowhere. Try to make the best of it. However, but like I said, we can think alike, but we don't know what each other feel. But we know when the time comes, we got to be real to one another. We can't fall short of that glory no kind of way. We got to have God right there in the mix. We got to have God bring it to us. You know what I'm saying? Just got to show that real love. And that's the most important thing. And that's like I said, this is like your girl husband talking to you. Talking to you. I would love to talk to anybody. I would love to answer any question. Any question. But that's like I said, as long as me and her got God, we good. We good. Now, it's a lot of things that we do that couples don't do, but me and my wife, we share the Bible together. Matter of fact, we just got through reading Songs of Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Songs of Solomon. We do Proverbs every day. Every day we do Proverbs. Now it's just, you know, it's time. It's time to just move to other things, but we study together and we talk about them things. Because when I don't understand something, I get it from her, and when she don't understand something, she get it from me. And when we both don't understand it, she make a way for us both to understand it. She gonna find some kind of way for both of us to understand it. You know what I'm saying? But I knock her for that. I thank God for that. Cause she fighting my battle. She fighting my battle when she putting her love down for me. And I'm fighting her battle when I put my love down for her. I'm willing to do anything. I don't care if I made 50 cents and she made $100, we got $150. We gonna do something where we can split that down the middle. Because if it was the other way around, it still would be the same way. Why would I run the Dollar Tree, shop for her, and then I go to Dillard's and shop for me? It don't work like that. Don't work like that at all. When you love somebody, you give them half. You give them half of what you got. Give them half of it. That will make everything equal. And I love you guys so much. I want to thank y'all so much for listening to me. And I just want to say peace, love, and good blessing to everyone. And remember, God is the answer. He's the answer to everything that you need. Trust in him and believe in him, and he'll take you where you want to go. And since Nature Girl not right here, I'll holler at y'all later. Babe, how you turn it off?